I'm cold. Would you let me stay here for tonight? I know who you are. You're Jean Valjean.
I saw a film that filled me with glee. I hope that doesn't make me a pushover. I can try singing throughout the rest of this review, but then there'll be no review to do after my voice is gone. Les Miserables is based on the book and the stage play of the same name, chronicling the tale of convict Jean Valjean, who after being free breaks his parole to pursue a changed man's life, all while the obsessed officer Javert hunts him down. Both their lives as well as the fates of Fantine and her daughter Cosette intertwine in the foreground of the June Rebellion in Paris during the early 1800s. Not to be confused with the French Revolution. Now, prior to seeing the film, I was familiar with the story after having seen the 1998 adaptation with Liam Neeson and Geoffrey Rush, but I wasn't accustomed to the aesthetic of it being a musical. Still, I went into this knowing it's a musical, so I was expecting a multitude of songs throughout. What I didn't expect was the fact that almost every single line of dialogue is sung. Every 10 minutes or so there was an unsung line of dialogue, but almost everything else down to a simple conversation between two characters is in tune. And I'm not exactly a fan of that. Should they have talked regularly during those scenes, it would have made for a shorter film, because towards the third act, the 157-minute running time started to weigh on me. Fortunately, I was able to tell when an actual song from the stage play was being sung, and it's done wonderfully through great choreography and exceptional singing from the cast, which took rounds of acclaim after it was announced that all of the singing was going to be recorded on set. Fortunately, this method worked, as it helped me connect with the characters' harmonized dialogue even more. The songs themselves were catchy and memorable and added an impact to the scenes they were in, especially Anne Hathaway's solo of I Dreamed a Dream. Everyone in the cast gives a great performance, with Hathaway stealing pretty much the entire movie despite being in it literally for about 15 minutes, making her not only guaranteed for a nomination, but her chances of taking home the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress are significantly strong. Although that doesn't mean that there aren't any breakthrough performances either. Hugh Jackman, in probably the biggest artistic role of his career, has a high chance of getting nominated. Samantha Barks, who plays Eponine, can definitely be considered one of the breakthrough stars of the year, with hopefully more high-profile roles for her in the future. Sacha Baron Cohen and Helena Bonham Carter fit perfectly as sleazy innkeepers, and little did I know that Amanda Seyfried had some good vocals. Not everyone in the cast shined though. Eddie Redmayne was starting to make me laugh a little bit with the way he was jerking his face and his head every time he sung. And Russell Crowe, for me, is starting to look the same and act the same in almost every movie he's in. Plus, right at the beginning you can tell he is not a singer. Although both of these actors managed to act their best to convey their characters appropriately to their corresponding lyrics, however, every now and then it did get operatic and melodramatic for me and made me slightly zone out of the movie for a while. Mainly towards the third act, like I said before. A major contributing factor to this was that I didn't really buy the whole love at first sight deal between Cosette and Marius towards that third act. I generally never do in films, and it is the third act that the drama in the background of the story pauses to explore this whole love at first sight that's going on between them. Plus, I didn't like the fact that Pretty Boy chose to video Cosette over the beautiful, talented, but ultimately friend-zoned Eponine. Overall, great, sometimes phenomenal performances, unique direction from Tom Hooper, wonderful set and costume designs, cinematography, and even visual effects that help make early 19th century Paris as immersive to me as it possibly could have ever been in a timeless story. It was definitely an enjoyable time at the theater. I give it an 8.6 out of 10, which is a B. For more reviews, click the channel link below, and thank you guys for watching.